Davis 6'7", Yvonne 6'9". And the tip goes to Queen. Aggies have it to start this basketball game. Back to Evan Gilliard. Gilliard will be the point guard, at least on this possession. Into front court, takes it right of the lane. Bounce pass baseline right for Yvonne, and close, and he is bumped down low and is fouled. So a foul right off the bat on Solomon Hunt, and so Yvonne draws the foul. The Aggies will have the ball inbounds from the side of the basket. So the Aggies giving a good indication they want to go inside, at least on that first possession. Gilliard lobs it out to Yvonne. Free throw line extended right side. Now back to Gilliard. To Jabari Rice from the right angle. His three is good. The seal is broken. He has become much more confident in his shot.
Definitely. Even how he took that, he's shooting the ball with lots of confidence, and it's showing in his three-point percentage this year.
Keyshawn Davis, right of the lane to Johnson. Johnson brings it outside. Rice on him. Johnson stays on the right side. Now brings it out on top for Johnson. Xavier Johnson at the left elbow. And making the move to the hoop is center. Shot not good down low from Hunt. Cleared by Yvonne. Outlet pass to Gilliard. Gilliard in front court. Left of the lane now to Rice. Out on top for Yvonne. Right of the lane for Queen beyond the three-point arc. Queen takes a dribble. Now gives Johnny a bad pass. Baseline left. It goes inside to Yvonne. He works against Hunt. Goes to his right. Feeds back to Rice. Rice a three from the left side. Not good. Rebound tipped by McCants. Run down by McCants on the floor. Picked up by Gilliard. 5-footer from Gilliard. No. Rebound to Rice. Yvonne takes it away. Now Yvonne's in the crowd, and another foul called. And the Aggies are coming out aggressively, Justin.
They are. Johnny, great offensive rebound. Then Jabari and Yvonne on the offensive glass there. But, we talked about that in the pregame. They're a great rebounding team, and on the offensive side and the defensive side.
Rajier Jones, the man who got the foul, the second for Chicago State. Inbounds to Rice. Back baseline left for Yvonne. Goes across the middle. Has the ball tipped away. Recovered outside by Gilliard. Gilliard comes in the paint. Down low for Yvonne. Reverse layup is good. 5-0 Aggies. Minute and a half played. Chicago State has not taken a shot. Johnson, who is a very good scorer, inbounds with a bounce pass to Michael Johnson. Johnson, a native of Chicago, stays between the circles. Left of the lane, the ball goes to Jones. Jones dribbles it out on top. Jones picks up his dribble. Now feeds the ball to Davis. Keyshawn Davis drives on McCants. Goes to the left side for Jones. Back to Hunt. Three-point shot the left side. Not good from Davis. Cleared by Queen. Outlet pass to Gilliard. Aggies come back up 5-0. Geared the left corner to Rice. Now back to Gilliard. Gilliard can't penetrate in the right corner for Queen. Queen's three. Good. I think he could come out of a dead sleep and hit one of those.
He definitely can. I saw him in the gym shooting the other day. I was rebounding for him, and I don't know how many he made in a row, but I didn't have to move. I stood in the same spot right under the basket.
Jones drives right, shot blocked by Queen. Jones hits the deck. Back come the Aggies. Ball recovered by Gilliard. Gilliard right of the lane. Feeds out on top to McCants. Now goes back to Gilliard. And then McCants feeds left of the lane for Yvonne to Johnny. Three straight on from Johnny. Shot is not good. Rebound to Hunt down low. Hunt gets the ball to Xavier Johnson, and the Cougars come back. Aggies up 8-0. Aggie fans still standing. Cougars haven't scored. Johnson takes it left of the lane. Ball is knocked loose. Gilliard tries to save it, and it goes out of bounds to Chicago State. And now head coach Lance Irvin makes a substitution. Amir Galazadeh comes on, as well as Andrew Lewis. Galazadeh from Toronto, 6'6". Andrew Lewis, 6'3", junior from Milwaukee. Came in from Highland Community College. Cougars have the ball. It goes in bounds to Hunt. Hunt drives on Yvonne. Pivots and gives back outside. Three-point shot not good from Johnson. Cleared by Queen. Now to Rice. He brings the Aggies in the front court. Aggies up 8-0. A little bit more than 3 minutes played in this first half. Gilliard left of the lane for McCants. McCants holding the ball. Lets Queen go by him. Now feeds to Yvonne, baseline left. Yvonne with Hunt guarding him. Yvonne drives in the paint, goes back to his left with a hook shot. Not good. Rebound cleared by Hunt down low. And outlet pass to Xavier Johnson. Johnson drives on Gilliard. Free throw line jumper is good. And there's the first two for Chicago State. 8-2, Aggies up. Fans have to stand for about 3.5 minutes, but standing's good exercise, I'm told.
Yes, it is.
McCants in front court, out on top for Yvonne. Back to Johnny, taken away by the Cougars. And out of backcourt comes Andrew Lewis. Lewis to Xavier Johnson, goes out by the midcourt line. 16:05 to go first half. Aggies up 8-2, left of the lane, Galazadeh. As the ball knocked out of bounds by Queen, it'll stay in the Cougars' possession when we come back.
Teams now, everybody's trying to run you off the three-point line, so you got to be able to finish at the rim. And if you got a guy who could dominate inside the key, it's only going to open up your three-point shooting anyway.
On the far side, an offensive foul called as Jabari Rice was trying to defend a Cougar, and the foul called on Andrew Lewis. On Lewis, number 1, on Chicago State, their third. So Chicago State, 3 fouls here in the first 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Out of the timeout, the Aggies have not substituted. And in case you have been away from Aggie basketball, A.J. Harris and Clayton Henry are out for the year. A.J. with a foot fracture on his foot. Clayton broke his hand. Gilliard drives right lane, keeps driving to the hoop. He floats and lays it in. Gilliard boosts the Aggies lead to 10-2.
And, A.J. is fast, but I think Evan, he looks like he might be a little bit faster. I don't know.
He glides.
Right.
He just glides. Left the lane with the ball, Davis. Davis moves on McCants, fakes a 3, feeds back outside to Lewis. Lewis gets around a screen from Davis, feeds back to Davis, comes between 2 players, shot not good. Yvonne the rebound, outlet pass to Gilliard. Aggies go the other way. Gilliard left of the lane for Queen. Queen baseline left for Yvonne, spins around his defender. Hook shot in close is good. That's like shooting fish in a barrel for Yvonne. He gets the ball down there. With about 2 minutes to go, the last score we had was UTRGV 30, Kansas City 29. Kansas City will be the opponent here on Saturday. It'll be an afternoon game. We'll be on the air at 3:30. Tip-off at 4 here in the Pan Am Center. That's Saturday. Inbounds pass stolen by Queen. Queen's shot is not good, but he's fouled. That is not what Coach Lance Irvin wanted out of the timeout.
That is definitely not what he wanted, but Coach Jantz did a good job of, he did make a little adjustment too and throw a little pressure on, something that the Aggies don't do a whole lot, and I don't think Chicago State was prepared for that.
Queen was fouled by Reinjured Jones. That's his second, so Trevelyan will have 2 free throws, and his first is good. Queen has never scored in double figures against Chicago State. He played against them 3 times last year, and even in the WAC tournament when he was the MVP, he was in single digits. But as we've said more than once, scoring is just not – Trevelyan does a lot more than that. He makes both free throws, and it's a 14-2 Aggie lead. C.J. Bobbitt on the court now, Sean Buchanan and Terrell Brown on the court as well. Johnson drives to the free throw line, shoots from there, not good. Buchanan the rebound, and back come the Aggies. Buchanan out of backcourt, goes left of the lane, now stops, gets the ball to Queen. Queen wants to penetrate. Galazadeh won't let him. Queen picks up his dribble, bounce pass to Yvonne, baseline left. Yvonne holding the ball, and now we've got a whistle off the ball. And it's again against Chicago State. And Noah B.G. Rumwami picks up the foul. B.G. Rumwami, a junior from Santa Clarita, California, has his first foul. And the 5th foul on the Cougars. Inbounds pass goes to Yvonne in the right corner. Brings it out on top for Terrell. Free throw line for Bobbitt. Back to Queen. Another 3 from Queen. Yes. Well, Queen has 8 points. He's almost in double figures in the first 5 minutes of this game against Chicago State. 17-2 Aggies lead. And bringing the ball back, Xavier Johnson above the circle. The ball goes to Hunt. Knocked away by Bobbitt to Buchanan. Buchanan the 2-on-1. Lobs back to Queen. Shot not good, but he's fouled. Aggies draw the foul from B.G. Rumwami, and Aggies are making it look easy.
They are.
And they're just playing like it's easy.
They are, and they're playing with a lot of confidence right now, doing a great job on the defensive end, but, on the great side, on the offensive side, where they're getting good looks, moving the ball inside, outside, and they're just getting everything they want tonight.
Queen will have 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting by B.G. Rumwami. He makes his first throw. And Trevelyan now has 9. Aggies up 18-2. Lance Irvin is the head coach of Chicago State. He's in his 2nd year there. We'll give you the Johnson's Ace Hardware Trivia Quiz question in a moment. Second throw good from Trevelyan, so he's got 10 points. And he's in double figures for the first time against Chicago State in his career. Inbounds pass goes to Galazadeh, taken away by Queen. Feeds the ball to Buchanan. Right of the lane, Terrell Brown. Brown's three is good. Terrell Brown continuing his good shooting that started out in Riverside, California. 22-2, Aggies up.
Looks like that little time that they took off for, after Christmas has helped them a lot.
Holding fall called on the Aggies, Shun Buchanan. Terrell was our guest following the game in Riverside, and he said that, and he just said that he just, he felt like he was back to square one, just in terms of feeling well, and he played that way up there. And the way he looked on that last shot, I think, indicates that too.
It did. I mean, I had talked to Terrell a couple weeks ago, and I told him just to play. He's a good shooter. He has to believe that. Just shoot the ball with confidence. It'll go in.
Carlo Marble on the court, inbounds to Johnson. Left of the lane, he feeds to Davis. Down low, a layup good from Hunt. So they get the ball inside to Solomon Hunt. And that's the second basket for Chicago State. 22-4 Aggies lead. Another three from Terrell Brown. Not good. Tipped out by Rice. Recovered down low by Hunt. And the ball is deflected by Bobbitt, but Bobbitt picks up the foul. Let's give you our Johnson's Ace Hardware Trivia Quiz question. Hopefully I have the answer right this time. We'll give you a couple. What's the name of Chicago State's home arena? There's one. And who is the only D1 win over Chicago that Chicago State has this year? Who did they beat? Who is their only D1 victory?
Does Chicago State still playing at the gym that they were in when we went there? Oh,
no, that was the last year for that gym.
Oh, okay.
No.
Good for them.
Yeah. Xavier Johnson feeds back to Hunt. Hunt left of the lane. We'll explain what that means in just a second. 3-point shot good on the far side from Davis. When Justin played his senior year, the Aggies played a non-conference game at Chicago State in it was a facility that wasn't really very good. Rice feeds baseline right to McNair. Then a 3-point shot from Bobbitt is good. The one they have now is very nice, and we'll give you the name of that if you don't know it as part of our answer. Aggies up 24-7 on that last basket by Bobbitt. NMSU has knocked down 5 threes so far in the first 8 minutes, and back comes Xavier Johnson working against Buchanan. Brings it out on top and is bumped outside by McNair. It's going to be hard for William McNair to hide that kind of foul when he's out above the circles.
Right. And I think Johnson, that was a nice play by him. Yeah, he gave a little bit of acting, but as a guard, we teach that. You teach that to the guards: attack the big guy's hip, and if you can try to foul, go ahead and give a little acting show to the ref there.
Inbounds to Xavier Johnson, drives on Brown, skip pass stolen by Bobbitt. Aggies making a lot of steals here in this first 5 minutes to Rice. Rice drives in the paint to the hoop. He glides, lays it up, not good. Rebound fought for by McNair. Can't control it. Chicago State comes away with it, and back comes Lewis. Andrew Lewis in front court. Takes the ball top of the circle against Rice. Rice tries to tip it from behind, but does not control it. It goes to Xavier Johnson. Johnson drives to the free throw line. Now comes down the lane. Little floater, not good. Rebound recovered by Bobbitt. It goes to Rice. Aggies come back on the fly, 4 on 3. Sean Williams in the left corner has the ball knocked away, but he's fouled by Xavier Johnson. Chicago State having a hard time playing without fouling here in this first half. And that is their, 6th-team foul. No, 7th-team foul on the Cougars. Yeah, and they're playing as if this was a WAC championship game.
Right, that's exactly how they're playing today.
Sean Williams at the free throw line. He will have a 1-and-1. And his first is good. Williams, a pretty good free throw shooter, 78%. Came in from East Carolina. When he was there, he had a game against Memphis where he scored 39 points, so he can load it up. One more free throw for Williams. Young man from Little Rock hits his throw. Aggies up 26-7 now. And the Aggies showing pressure. Inbounds pass goes to Davis. Davis gets the ball from Marble. Now Davis will bring the team up. Davis from Compton in front court stops and has the ball knocked away out of bounds off Terrell Brown. And the Cougars will put it in bounds just to our left. Carlo Marble from West Des Moines, Iowa will put the ball in play. Jabari Rice guarding him. It goes into Lewis. Lewis hands the ball off to Johnson outside. 11:45 to go first half. Aggies up 26-7. Right of the lane, Marble. Head of the circle, Hunt. Hunt left of the lane now to Johnson. Brown on him defensively. Bounce pass goes to Davis, rather. Davis is 3, not good. Davis, a guy 6'7", likes to shoot those 3. Doesn't make it, though. Rice the rebound. Rice brings it back. It's outside Bobbitt. Bobbitt a 3 from the right side. Not good. Rebound cleared down low by Hunt. And back comes Chicago State. In front court, Galazadeh. Amir Galazadeh from Toronto, just a freshman, to Hunt at the left elbow. Pivots against McNair. And off the ball, a foul called on Terrell Brown. So Terrell has his first foul. And the Aggies have their second team foul. Terrell's wearing different shoes, too. He had on those real loud puce-colored shoes. He's back to regular white ones. Maybe that's the difference, Hawk.
It might be. Sometimes you got to try everything.
Out on top, it's Solomon Hunt after taking the feed from Johnson. Baseline right, Marble. Marble inside for Hunt. Reverse layup, good. Nice move by Hunt down low as he got the ball right where he needed it, where no one could really stop the pass. He lays it in, 26-9. Aggies on top. Hunt, a transfer from East L.A. College. He's from the L.A. area, Pomona. Left corner, Terrell Brown, back to Bobbitt. Puts on the floor, right of the lane, Sean Williams. Fakes the three. Sean brings it back outside. Now to Bobbitt between the circles. 9 on the shot clock. Williams, a three from the right side. Yes!
And he's been playing a little bit better of late, too. Seems to be more settled in, playing with a lot of confidence now.
You know, Justin, a lot of times a player has to realize that he is good enough to play. I mean, he is it, but he has to realize it sometimes. I'm not sure that's the case with Sean, but I know that's been the case with other players. After they realize, yeah, I can do it, then it just changes. 3-point shot not good from Davis.
You know, one of the things that, you know, when I came to practice and Coach Jans was on, this is why he's such a great coach. He was on Sean saying that when he was at Eastern Carolina, they didn't win. And that's one thing that's different here, the level of pressure at New Mexico State now, having so many successful seasons.
Rice turns the ball over. Marble the steal, ahead for Lewis. Lewis has the ball knocked loose. It goes to Bobbitt. Lead pass for Terrell Brown. Brown in front court, wants to drive on Hunt. Posts him up, layup not good. Rebound tipped by Hunt, goes out of bounds. It'll be the Cougars' ball. That's a good point, that if you're playing on a team that, well, you know you're not going to win, then it's just a different mindset.
No, it's definitely
you still want to, but it's just a different deal.
Right, you're playing with, you know, no pressure when you're playing for a team that's not winning. But when you're here, you know, you're playing with pressure. There's much more talented players that you got to play with. You know, it can be a little bit difficult sometimes.
I think that's worth considering. I'll put it that way. We don't know, but happily Sean's kind of settled down and is being more effective. Xavier Johnson's pass out on top for Marble. Right of the lane, the ball goes to Whitehead. Jaleel Whitehead moves on Bobbitt, now picks up his dribble to the free throw line. He gets the ball to Marble. Marble's shot is not good. Foul called on the Aggies, Trevelyan Queen. On Queen, number 1. Fifth foul on the Aggies, and Carlo Marble will go to the free throw line for 2. Marble has scored 5 points in the last 3 games, make it 6 as he knocks down that free throw. He was not eligible first semester after coming in from Kirkwood Community College. Aggies 29, Chicago State 10. And the next throw is good for Carlo Marble. Gilliard, Williams, Yvonne, Bobbitt, and Queen on the court. Chicago State presses. The Aggies beat it with a pass in the front court to Yvonne. Now to Gilliard. Right of the lane, Williams. Williams goes to his left, gets the ball to Gilliard. Gilliard from Chicago. Feeds at the free throw line for Bobbitt. In the right corner now for Queen. Queen's three is good. Trevelyan Queen with 13. 32-11. Aggies up.
And that's automatic right now.
Yeah.
He barely touching the rim when it's barely touching the rim when it's going in.
Xavier Johnson takes it right of the lane, out on top for Hunt. Hunt left the lane for Lewis. Baseline left now to Marble. Kind of a blind feed inside. Basket counts. Evan Gilliard's knocked to the deck. The basket went, and apparently a foul called on Gilliard.
Yeah, he was inside of the restricted there. I don't know if they really enforced that a whole lot in college basketball, but yeah, I definitely said I think he is telling him he was inside the restricted.
Foul on Gilliard, it's his first. Aggies have 6 different players with 1 foul each. McCants comes back on, replacing Bobbitt. Andrew Lewis at the free throw line. He made the basket, and now he'll shoot 1 free throw. Lewis in WAC play had 16 points against Utah Valley. And his free throw is good. Lewis now has 3 points individually, 32-14. Aggies up. Gilliard to Williams. Again, the Aggies look at a trap. Williams moves across the timeline. Bounce pass to McCants in the middle for Queen. Left of the lane, Gilliard. Gilliard brings it back outside. Chicago State's gone to a 2-3 zone. Free throw line, Queen inside Yvonne. Oh, missed an easy one. Gets his own rebound and sticks it back in. One of those Moses Malone rebounds that time.
Right.
Rebounded his miss and stuck it back in. 34-14. Aggies with the lead. Xavier Johnson drives baseline left. Feeds in the right corner to Whitehead. Now out on top, a three-point shot from Marble. Not good. Rebound cleared by Queen. Outlet pass to Gilliard. Aggies come back on the fly, up 34-14. Gilliard a three from the left side. Off the back iron, not good. Rebound cleared by Lewis. 7:40 to go in this opening half. Aggies dominating. Fast break pass from Marble. Bumps into Johnny, lays it in. Carlo Marble got inside against McCants and lays it in. 34-16 Aggies. Williams out on top for McCants. Reverse it right side to Queen. Queen in the right corner for Gilliard. Gilliard brings it in the paint. Left of the lane now for Williams. Williams three in the air. No. Weak side rebound run down. Well, Lewis was after it. He just lets it go out of bounds. It'll be Chicago State's ball when we come back to play. And so far, the Aggies are taking care of business.
They definitely are. Like I said, they doesn't look like any of these things seem to be a problem tonight.
No. Xavier Johnson drives into front court. Feeds back now to Marble. To Johnson in the left corner. He's a good shooter. This one won't go. Rebound cleared by Queen on the weak side. Outlet pass to Gilliard. Gilliard across the timeline. Gilliard now slows it down as he's picked up in front court by Marble. Stays out by the midcourt line. Now bounces the ball to Williams. Williams now takes it in the middle. Left of the lane for McCants. 6:50 to go in this first half. Aggies up 34-16. McCants in the left corner for Queen. Another three from Trevelyan. Nope. Rebound cleared by the Cougars. Back comes Andrew Lewis. Saturday's game, a 4 o'clock start versus Kansas City. The Roos will be in town. Pre-game coverage at 3. Left of the lane, the ball goes to Marble. Puts on the floor. Now feeds it back out on top for Lewis. Lewis wants to drive on Gilliard. Gets a screen from Hunt. Hunt gets the ball. Now feeds it back to Marble. Marble a three straight on. Not good. Rebound cleared by Queen. And Queen a hit for Gilliard. Aggies remain in the lead, 34-16. Gilliard to Queen out on top. Left of the lane, Williams. Cougars back. Well, they were in a zone. I'm not sure what they were in there. 3-point shot, not good. Weak side rebound cleared by McCants. And a collision and a foul called on the play. And it's going to be on a blocking foul on Chicago State's Marble. A flagrant one foul called on Marble. And so this will give, I believe Johnny McCants was the man who was fouled. So McCants will get a free throw. That's the only part of Johnny's game that you can't say is top-notch.
No, this is not the best part of his game, but I don't know. It seems to be shooting a little bit better than he did last season.
Well, he's at 35% and at the free throw line.
This year.
Right, yeah. It's this season.
I know he started the season out really slow.
And he misses his first.
That was a nice. I thought that was a nice shot.
Right. No,
right there on target. It's in and out.
He's got a good form.
He does.
And he'll have one more attempt off the flagrant two, and he makes that one.
That's really nice.
Let me see if we can tell you what Johnny's free throw stats are career. Well, last year, that's in WAC games. Never mind. We'll get to that later. Johnny made 1 of 2, and the Aggies are up 35-16. And Buchanan will put it in bounds. Baseline feed for Johnny. Shot not good. Rebound cleared down low by Hunt. 35-16. Aggies up 6 minutes to go in this first half. Into front court, Xavier Johnson drives to his left. Now to Davis. Davis a three from the right side. Ricochets out. Rebound cleared on the floor by Hunt. Can't get that one to fall. Yvonne fights for the rebound. Buchanan recovers it. Back come the Aggies. Buchanan lead pass for Rice. Jabari left of the lane, out on top for Shun. Shun goes right of the lane for Brown. Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay in the Aggies' possession. Heads up defensive play that time by Andrew Lewis for Chicago State. Now McCants takes a seat and Bobbitt comes on. And Jabari Rice will trigger it in from the far side. Aggies have seen man and zone from Chicago State in this first half. Cougars appear to be back in man-to-man defense now. Brown left of the lane. Out on top for Bobbitt. Bobbitt goes right of the lane. Keeps his dribble alive. Now feeds back to Rice. Rice again takes it right of the lane to Bobbitt. And a traveling violation. Shot clock was at 7. And Bobbitt turns it over outside. And the Aggies showing like they might want to press here. They're lingering in back court as Khalil Whitehead will put the ball in bounds to Xavier Johnson. Looks like escort pressure, if you will, as Buchanan stays in front of Johnson. Johnson takes the ball right of the lane, keeps driving against Buchanan, brings it underneath, and has the ball knocked out of bounds by Buchanan. So the Aggies continue to just be solid workmen in this game in this first half against Chicago State.
Yeah, they've just been grinding it out on the defensive end, doing a great job, and just moving the ball, playing well on the offensive side.
Keyshawn Davis drives to the baseline, feeds inside for Hunt, and Hunt's shot falls. Held on the iron and then goes down. Hunt now with 6. Aggies 35, Chicago State 18. Brown on top for Buchanan. Baseline right for Yvonne. Yvonne wants to back around Hunt, and as he does so, he's called for traveling. So Yvonne, too many steps and not enough dribbles. And the Aggies have turned it over on their last 2 possessions as a leather-lunged Chris Jans counsels Yvonne on how he would prefer him to play that inside. And Xavier Johnson will bring it back for Chicago State. Johnson takes the ball left of the lane, dribbles around Bobbitt, goes back to the left side, pulls up for a 15-footer and hits it. So Xavier Johnson knocks down his second basket of the game. Aggies up 35-20. Bobbitt baseline right for Yvonne. And he feeds back outside to Terrell Brown. His 3 from the right side short. Rebound cleared by the Cougars. Khalil Whitehead the rebound. Ahead it goes to Johnson. Johnson in front court. Working against Shun Buchanan. Gets a screen from Hunt. And now needs some help. Feeds left of the lane to Lewis. Lewis goes to his right against Brown. Stays beyond the 3-point arc. Again around a screen from Hunt. Feeds to Hunt in the middle. In the right corner, the pass goes to Johnson. His 3 is not good. Rebound cleared down low by Rice. Outlet pass to Buchanan. Buchanan on the drive in the paint, down low for Yvonne. Yvonne's shot is good, and he's fouled. Yvonne gets the basket. He's knocked on the back of his lap and fouled, so he'll get a free throw. Yvonne will be at the free throw line for 1 attempt. The foul was on Lewis before he went away. It's his second. Stats pretty much the same. Aggies 12 of 27 from the floor. Chicago State 8 of 23. Aggies out-rebounding the Cougars 18-12. Chicago 1 offensive rebound. Aggies 4. And the Aggies have 12 baskets. 9 came from assists. And Ivan Aurekoitse, whose free throw shooting has also dropped off this year, at the line for 1. Ivan's played well against the Cougars in his career for the Aggies. He's had games of 17 and 19. He misses his free throw. And he's got 8 tonight. Aggies up 37-20. And Michael Johnson brings the Cougars into front court. Johnson stays between the circles. Rice stays in front of him defensively. Right of the lane, the ball goes to Lewis. Lewis stays on the court with 2 fouls, drives in the paint, and his layup is not good. Boy, he had an easy alley to the hoop, but he just couldn't get it to fall. Buchanan brings it back, left of the lane, Rice. Rice puts up a 3. It's not good. Inside, rebound fought for by Davis, taken away by Yvonne, volleyballed around, and coming out of it, Lewis for Chicago State. Johnson's Ace Hardware Trivia Quiz question: who's the only D1 that Chicago State's beaten this year? Or, what's the name of their home arena? We'll give you a choice. Down the lane, Xavier Johnson, a running one-hander, not good. Rebound hacked at, but recovered by Bobbitt. Ahead for Buchanan. Across the timeline for Terrell Brown. Back to Buchanan. Baseline right for Yvonne. Back to Buchanan. Free throw line, Bobbitt. Jumper from there is good. Good ball movement that time.
Great ball movement. The fans can't see that one, but that was really nice. That looked like some Harlem Globetrotter ball movement right there.
In front court, Chicago State. Lewis outside, goes between the circles to Davis. Keyshawn Davis hands the ball off to Johnson. Johnson to the free throw line. Davis baseline left. Davis feeds back outside to Johnson. Out on top, Lewis. Shot clock at 7. Lewis backs up, left of the lane, Johnson. Now to Davis. Shot clock at 3. Davis wants to drive on Yvonne, won't let him. Johnson heaves a jumper that doesn't draw iron. shot clock violation. And so the Aggies defense forces the Cougars into another turnover. Yvonne takes a seat. William McNair comes on. McNair, he's got a good field goal percentage too, 70% this year.
Yeah, he's not shooting any outside the paint.
No,
he bet not, or else he might not get back in the game.
Right, he understands his shooting perimeter is the basket. Feeds inside for McNair. Feeds back outside to Buchanan. Out on top for Terrell Brown. Brown looks right of the lane for Buchanan, and an offensive foul called inside, I believe, on McNair. And, yep, it is William McNair who gets the foul. That's his second. He's the first Aggie to get to 2 fouls individually, and it's the 7th team foul on New Mexico State. Brown, Bobbitt, McNair, Rice, and Buchanan on the court. Aggies, again, showing some pressure, but it's just going to be escort pressure as Rice stays in front of Lewis as Lewis crosses the timeline. Back now to Johnson. Johnson pats his chin, calling the play. To Marble out on top. Right of the lane now to Lewis, rather to Whitehead. The whistle off the ball. And this one's going to go again on William McNair. That's 3 on him. So McNair has 3 fouls. And Chris Jans violated one of his rules there by leaving him out there with 2 fouls.
Yeah, but they probably wanted to give him a little bit of experience there. You know, I know
sure.
Big Will is a freshman, but see what he can do out there.
Learn some court time.
Yeah,
it's not a critical point at this game.
All right.
Davis makes his first free throw. Keshawn Davis in double numbers 5 times this year has one more attempt, and it's good. So Davis now with 5 points. Aggies 39, Chicago State 22. Chicago State showing pressure. Buchanan picks up his dribble and across the timeline with a pass to McCants. McCants feeds back to Buchanan. Buchanan dribbles to his left, hands it off to Bobbitt. Right of the lane to McCants, now to Terrell Brown. Brown's 3 on the way, good. Terrell Brown, the Bay Area Bomber with 6 points. 42-22 Aggies. And Michael Johnson into front court. Outside to Marble. Marble takes it right of the lane. And then it's Sean with an errant elbow. Stolen by Rice. Breakaway. He jams. Rice off the steal. Aggies 44, Cougars 22. They've doubled up Chicago State. Sean still smarted a little bit from the lick he took on the chin. Out in front, Andrew Lewis working against Buchanan. Lewis pivots. Feeds right of the lane now to Marble. Back baseline right for Davis. Davis comes inside, and the ball is kicked. And so Chicago State will get 20 seconds on the shot clock. 50 seconds left in the first half. Xavier Johnson comes back on for the Cougars. He replaces Marble. Inbounds pass to Davis. Now back to Johnson. Johnson, 10-footer, not good. Takes a little extra bounce. Covered by Bobbitt. Now it's outlet pass to Buchanan. Right of the lane, Brown. Another 3 from Terrell. No. Long rebound comes out to Johnson. Chicago State comes back. Johnson in front court. They'll set up for the last shot. Well, no, it's not the last shot. 6-second separation between the shot clock and time remaining in this first half. Aggies up by 22. Johnson just dribbling up high on the left side. Shot clock now at 13. Teams usually go into their offense at around 10, and there's 9 on the shot clock. Johnson dribbles to his left, and the ball deflected out of bounds by Terrell Brown. 6 on the shot clock now.
And it looks like the Aggies running a little 2-3 zone.
Aggies change it up. That's what you're right, Hawk. Lewis inbounds to Davis. Hands it back to Lewis. Shot clock at 3. Lewis drives, scoops up a shot. It's not good, but he draws a blocking foul from, well, they signaled 4, but the Aggies don't have a 4. It is Sean Buchanan. That's 2 on Buchanan. And so Buchanan has 2 fouls. McNair has 3, and now Gilliard comes on for New Mexico State. Roger Jones, first free throw is good. That's the first point of the night for Roger Jones. He's a true freshman from Baltimore. And Jones has been playing well of late. He's been averaging 8 points over the last 5 games. Now Gilliard comes on. He replaces Buchanan. 8 seconds left in this first half. And the next free throw is good for Reinjured Jones. Aggies up by 20. Ball rolls away from the end line. Now Bobbitt gets the ball from official Wilson Holland. Inbounds to Gilliard. 6 seconds left. Gilliard drives coast to coast down low for McCants. Here's Johnny. McCants scores his first field goal at the buzzer, and the Aggies lead 46-24 at halftime. Welcome back to the Pan Am Center. The Aggies are up 46-24 on Chicago State. The Aggies will have Evan Gilliard, Johnny McCants, Trevelyan Queen, Jabari Rice, and Ivan Aurekoitsea. Starting the second, same group that began the game: Michael Johnson, Reinjured Jones, Deshaun Davis, Solomon Hunt, and Andrew Lewis out there. So Xavier Johnson not starting the second half for the Cougars, their leading scorer. Hunt with the ball to the right elbow, pivots against Yvonne, and puts it on the floor, wants to drive on Yvonne, feeds underneath. Reverse layup with a nice play as Davis lays it in, and the Cougars break the seal. So Keyshawn Davis from Compton gives the Cougars the first points of the second half, and it's a 46-26 Aggie lead. Jabari Rice drives down the lane, keeps going. Shot not good. Yvonne tips the rebound out, recovered by Johnny. Johnny curls it back outside to Queen. Queen inside to Rice, bumped around, shot won't fall, but a foul called inside on the Cougars, Solomon Hunt. And so Hunt has his second foul. And the free throw line, Jabari Rice. Rice had 2 double-digit scoring game, or had one double-digit scoring game last year against the Cougars. He had 10 points in this building. It was his only double-figure scoring game last year. Free throw's good.
He's probably, out of all, the Aggie players, I guess he was, probably he was the youngest guy playing last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking the biggest jump, and then most of the time, I guess that happens from your freshman year to your sophomore years. But he's definitely, became a big part of the team this year.
Makes his second free throw, and not just shooting the ball or things like that, just his mature play on the court.
Yeah, and it's good because last year I know he was down a lot of times because he wasn't in the games and he wanted to play, but he worked hard and got himself going.
Stolen by Queen. Queen to the hoop shot, not good. Cleared by Johnson as the Aggies forced a turnover. But you got to keep your head in it, and happily he did, and he's having a very good sophomore season. Johnson in front court. Aggies up 48-26, just underway in the second half. Feeds top of the circle for Hunt. Hunt right of the lane now to Lewis. Andrew Lewis picks up his dribble, feeds back to Hunt. In the left corner, he gets the ball to Johnson, and his three is good. Xavier Johnson, first three of the evening. Aggies in front court. McCants between the circles, left of the lane to Rice. Baseline left, Yvonne. Out on top for Johnny. Johnny fakes the three. Drives in the paint. Feeds it to Yvonne. Yvonne takes a three from the left side. Yes. That's his third three of the year. Orale. 51-29. The Aggies are in the lead. Jones brings the ball in the front court. Reinjured Jones did not score in the first half. I had him making free throws. That was actually Lewis making those free throws. Jones, freshman from Baltimore, feeds at the right elbow to Hunt. Now back to Johnson. Johnson wants to penetrate. Cut off by Yvonne. Ball is knocked loose and stays in the Cougars' possession. Aggies led at halftime by a margin of 46-24. Aggie women won tonight, 73-60 in Chicago. Jones on the far side trying to get it in bounds. Finally does release the ball to Hunt. Now to Johnson. Xavier Johnson. A three looking straight on. Hits it. Makes a three with 3 on the shot clock. And the Aggies are up 51-32. Gilliard fouled outside by Johnson. Hawk.
Johnson definitely, he has a nice little swagger to his game. Like, he is definitely a scorer. He gets to his spots on the floor. He's a very good player.
He's got 10 now. He's the third leading scorer in the conference. Out on top, Johnny McCants gets the ball from Yvonne. Left of the lane now for Queen to Rice. Rice, a three straight on. Off the back iron, it's not good. Rebound to Johnson. Lead pass for Lewis. Lewis drives on Rice. Ball is rejected by McCants. The foul called on the drive. Jabari Rice was trying to get in front of Lewis. And Rice picks up the foul. That's Jabari's first foul. You know, that's one thing that last year was a big problem. Jabari had trouble playing without fouling.
Right.
That's improved.
I think, it's what we were just talking about, his maturity on the floor. Last year he would get in the game, he was so excited, and, he just ended up fouling. But this year he's kind of, got the speed of the game down.
Lewis makes his first free throw. He was fouled in the act of shooting. He's 4 of 4 at the stripe tonight, and his next throw is good, too. Lewis, an 87% free throw shooter, has 7. Aggies 51, Cougars 34. Gilliard, the point guard in this configuration, brings it into front court. Goes between the circles, left of the lane for Queen. Queen's three in the air, yes. Queen now with 14. And the Aggies are up 54-34. Aggies set a record against Northern New Mexico with 23s as a team. Driving right side is Lewis. Now off to Hunt. Hunt has the ball knocked away. Queen the steal. Lead pass for Rice. Rice a breakaway. And he is grabbed by Johnson as he's going up to shoot. So Jabari will get a pair of free throws as Xavier Johnson picks up what appears to be his third foul. We did have a flagrant called in the first half. And this one, see if I'm guessing they're going to review this one. And they will. It's on Johnson. That is his third. And while that's going on, let me tell you that established in 1934, El Patio in Mesilla is the oldest bar in New Mexico and a great place to view Aggie road games. Experience the action on HD TVs while enjoying drink specials and a live band following the Saturday games. Well, Jabari was definitely fouled. The officials are trying to determine if there was anything malicious about the foul. And this review did not take that much time. This could be a two-shot foul. Jabari this year, 80% at the free throw line. What did Wilson say?
Common foul.
Common foul, okay. Well, it's common shooting foul, I guess.
Right.
Rice has been in single numbers the last two games as far as scoring. He scored 7 points tonight and has 2 more free throws, but I would say that this team has taken on, much like last year's team, who scores what doesn't really seem to be that important.
No, it's not, but I think, this year I think it's kind of a lot of the stuff goes through Trevlin. Mm-hmm. And then Yvonne and the inside guys, Yvonne or Johnny, and then Jabari is kind of that third, fourth guy in there.
He makes his first, misses his second free throw. But, those are the players who do most of the scoring, but I'm not sure that that's something that matters to the team.
No, and in the way Coach Jan's offense is, they run a motion-style offense, so it's really just the guys with the most skill or the guys who are going to score the most points.
Cougars have the ball. Jones, left of the lane, moves on Queen. Queen is picked off by Hunt, and that gets Solomon Hunt a foul. That's 3 on Hunt, so Hunt has 3. Johnson 3 fouls. For the Aggies, McNair has 3 fouls. And the Aggies will bring it back up 55-34. And as a ball boy mops up something at the south end of the court, Aggies will inbound the ball from the far side. Coming back on Marble for Chicago State, replacing Hunt. UTRGV defeated Kansas City 76-64. The K-Roos will be here Saturday for a 4 o'clock start. Justin and I will be on the air at 3:30 Saturday. Tip-off at 4. Rice out on top for McCants. Left of the lane for Queen. Between the circles, Gilliard. Gilliard fakes the 3, gets a screen from Yvonne. Brings it inside, feeds Yvonne. Shot not good. Yvonne got a great pass, just could not get the shot to fall. Rebound cleared by Jones. Out of backcourt, Johnson for Chicago State. The left corner for Jones. Regier Jones, 3 is good. So Regier Jones scores his first points of the evening. 55-37 Aggies lead. McCants, right of the lane now to Queen. Cougars have gone back to a zone. Queen comes in the paint, feeds right to the side of the lane for McCants. Now back out on top for Rice. Rice right side, Johnny. Shot clock at 13. Baseline right, Yvonne. Spins around Davis. Shot not good inside, but a foul as Davis was hung out to dry by Yvonne. There's a Cougar on the deck. Foul called, I believe, on Xavier Johnson. Or though it is Davis who gets the foul. Davis first foul, and we've got a timeout on the Cisparo scoreboard where nobody beats a Cisparo deal, and the Chicago State player continues to lie prone on the court. You were looking at the stat sheet, Hawk. Anything jump out at you?
No, just the amount of assists and on the 14 assists on 18 made baskets. That's good. Trevelyan is having a very efficient game. 4 for 6 from the field, 4 for 5 from 3, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. But 4 steals too. But the Aggies, they just having their way tonight with Chicago State.
Ivan Aurrecoetzea fouled in the act of shooting, makes his first free throw. Ivan coming off a game where he had 20 points and 8 rebounds at California Baptist. Ivan tonight has, I'll give you his total in just a moment. He's got 9, I believe. Now this free throw is not good. Rebound cleared by Marble. And back comes Chicago State. Aggies 56, Chicago State 37. Shun Buchanan, C.J. Bobbitt, and Terrell Brown came on at that last dead ball situation. Right of the lane, the ball goes to Hunt in front court for Chicago State. Back now to Lewis. Lewis looking inside, feeds right of the lane to Hunt. Back in the paint for Lewis. Off balance shot, not good. Gets his own rebound. Reverse layup, not good. Rebound cleared by Buchanan. Buchanan brings the Aggies back. Buchanan, the 3-on-1 alley-oop lob for Queen. Oh, no highlight reel shot there. Could not get it done. And back comes Chicago State. Lewis hands it off to Johnson. Johnson wants to drive on Queen. Now picks up his dribble. Baseline left, the ball goes to Hunt. Hunt moving on Yvonne. Goes to his left and got bodied up by Yvonne. May have been fouled that time. C.J. Bobbitt gets the personal. That's his second. And at the free throw line for 2 attempts, Solomon Hunt. Hunt, a 50% free throw shooter. Had a double-double against Jackson State. Makes his first. Had 12 points, 11 rebounds against Jackson State. That was in a tournament. And his next throw is pushed up, not good. Rebound cleared by Yvonne. 46-38 Aggies. Buchanan in the right corner for Terrell Brown. Back to Buchanan. Goes to his left, Yvonne between the circles. Left of the lane, Queen. Queen throws it away. Trevelyan Queen tried to lead Yvonne and led him by too much. And so the Aggies will be defending the inbounds pass. Goes into Johnson. Johnson works against Buchanan. 56-38, New Mexico State the lead. Johnson left of the lane, gets a screen from Hunt. Now feeds back to Hunt on the give and go. He crashes into Bobbitt. Or is it Bobbitt? No, Terrell Brown. Terrell Brown tried to draw the charge, picks up the foul. That's 2 on Terrell. Aggie fans not happy with that call.
No, not at all.
Third foul the second half on New Mexico State. They're up 56-38. Xavier Johnson waiting to inbound the ball for Chicago State. Bounce pass into Davis. Davis drives on Bobbitt. Skip pass to Johnson right of the lane. Johnson's 3 is good. So Johnson, after scoring only 4 points in the first half, has knocked down 3 threes in the second half. Aggies up 56-41. Bobbitt left of the lane for Queen, on top to Bobbitt. Right of the lane for Buchanan. Penetrates. Buchanan has the ball knocked out of bounds. Sneaking up behind him that time was Johnson. He deflects the ball into the stands. And now Khalil Whitehead checks back on for the Cougars.
And it looked like Johnson's changed his shoes to start the half here. Shooting the ball a little bit better.
Feeling better about it, maybe. Inbounds to Bobbitt. Cramped down the baseline, brings it back outside. In the right corner, he gets the ball to Buchanan. Now to Bobbitt. Bobbitt a 3 from the right side. Spins out. Pardon me. Rebound cleared by Lewis. Chicago State now as close as they've been in a while. It's 56-41 Aggies lead. Lewis to Johnson. Drives right of the lane. Moves on Buchanan. Left of the lane, he gets the ball to Whitehead. A 3 is not good. Rebound cleared by Hunt. Hunt against Yvonne. Shoots over him, not good. Yvonne, good defense that time. Hunt could not shoot comfortably. Yvonne gets the rebound in the missed shot, and back comes Buchanan. Drives in the paint. In the left corner, gets the ball to Brown. Three-point shot, not good. Rebound cleared by Yvonne. Hook shot in close is good. Yvonne now with 13 points, and the Aggies are up 58-41 on the Sesbaro scoreboard. Driving across the timeline is Johnson. The layup is not good. And apparently he was fouled on the drive. Foul called on Trevelyan Queen. That is 2 on Queen.
And the Aggies have had just a few sloppy plays to come out in the second half. The lob to Trevelyan and a couple of his passes, and then a few missed assignments on the defensive end. I know they're winning. I don't think Coach Jans is going to like this too much, the way they've started the second half.
It is not the same play that we saw in the first half, frankly. First free throw not good for Johnson. He's a 90% free throw shooter, so that's a rare miss. Now Rice and McCants come back on for Yvonne and Trevelyan Queen. And one more free throw for Xavier Johnson. Went to junior college at Hill Junior College, which I believe is in Stephenville, Texas. He's from Dallas, and Johnson's next free throw is good. And the Cougars now take Johnson out, and he replaces Rozier Jones. 58-42, Cougars within 16. And Jabari Rice inbounds the ball to Shun Buchanan. Back to Jabari. Jabari in front court with a pass to McCants. Skip pass right lane for Bobbitt. Out on top for Rice. Fakes the drive. Left of the lane Buchanan. Now to Terrell Brown. Lobs to Johnny. Johnny baseline left. Skip pass right lane for Bobbitt. Puts it on the floor. Bobbitt comes in the paint. In the right corner he finds Rice with the pass. Rice drives baseline. Shot clock at 6. Rice outside for Brown. Shot clock at 4. Brown drives the lane. Layup is not good. Rebound cleared down low by Hunt. Back to Lewis, and the Cougars come back. Aggies up 58-42, and Sean Buchanan picks up his third personal foul as he fouls right in front of Lance Irvin, the Chicago State coach. And the Aggies now have 5 team fouls as the spark they had in the first half has not appeared in the second half yet. Lewis to Jones on the right side. Jones moves against Buchanan. Buchanan steals the ball. Lead pass for Jabari Rice. He jams. Rice adds 2 more to the Aggies total. 60-42. And now a technical foul called on Rozier Jones for Chicago State.
Technical foul called on Chicago State, number 0, Rozier Jones.
So Rozier Jones has 3 fouls. Aggies up 60-42 on the Sesbaro scoreboard. And Jabari Rice, who scored on the slam dunk, looks like he'll be at the free throw line. Jabari 10 points unofficially tonight. Breaking that 2-game single-digit scoring streak. And now head coach Lance Irvin of Chicago State wants to talk to official James Skipper. As Rice's throw is good. Jabari 4-4 at the stripe. He'll get another. And Sean Williams will enter for the Aggies after this free throw, which is good. Hawk, I've never had to do this and never will, but I would think that shooting a free throw where everything is quiet has got to be a lot harder than when fans are cheering.
It definitely is, and just because of the routine is off. Most of the time you have all the guys around the lane with you. It's just everything is a little different. It's all eyes on you, so It definitely puts a little bit more pressure on you.
62-42 Aggies lead. Johnson in front court for Chicago State to Lewis. Right of the lane to Hunt. Hunt picks up his dribble, now hands it off to Michael Johnson. Johnson bounce pass out on top for Lewis. Takes the ball left of the lane. Williams with him defensively. Lewis's 3 is not good. Rebound goes to the weak side to Terrell Brown. Brown brings the Aggies into front court with a pass to Sean Williams. Down low for Johnny in 2 deep. Back to Williams. 3 in the air from Sean Williams. Yes. Williams' second 3 of the night. He's got 8 points. Aggies 65. Cougars 42. Aggies offense looking a little bit more like what we saw in the first half on these last couple of possessions. Johnson outside against Terrell Brown. Left of the lane for Lewis. Lewis looks inside. Dribbles away from Sean Williams. Out on top for Hunt, right of the lane. Hunt hands it off to Michael Johnson. Johnson, a 16-footer, not good. Rebound cleared by McCants. Chicago State, I believe, still just one offensive rebound. Rice in the front court to Williams in the right corner. Back to Jabari. Jabari drives to the free throw line. Now curls back. Shot clock at 19. Rice takes the ball left of the lane to Terrell Brown. Left corner for Bobbitt. Bobbitt back to Williams left of the lane. To Terrell Brown. Brown baseline right stops. Shot clock at 9 to Jabari. Jabari comes down the lane. Feeds to Johnny. Johnny banks it in. What'd you think about that series, Hawk?
I thought that was a great series. Nice ball movement, side to side. Nice hard cuts, and then that was a nice pass from Jabari to Johnny there.
Jabari Rice guarding the inbounds pass that goes to Michael Johnson. Aggies leading 67-42. Chicago State was as close as 14 a moment ago, but the Aggies got back into gear offensively. Xavier Johnson's lob deflected by McNair, recovered by the Aggies. Rice in the front court to the free throw line, now backs up, left of the lane for McCants. McCants back outside to Rice, reverse it right side to Williams. Sean Williams. Williams knocked down a couple threes in this game, left the lane for Terrell Brown, who's also knocked down a couple threes. Terrell curls back to his right, now to Williams. Shot clock at 10. Ball goes to Jabari. Jabari at the free throw line, lob to McNair, deflected, and Hunt the steal. So the Cougars deny the pass inside, and Xavier Johnson brings it back. Johnson left the lane, comes in the paint. Layup is not good. McNair the rebound. 10 minutes played, 10 minutes to go in the second half. Aggies up 67-42. Sean Williams, right corner for Terrell Brown. Out on top for Jabari Rice. Left of the lane now for McCants. McCants stays beyond the three-point arc. Feeds the ball left of the lane for Jabari. Rice headed the circle. McCants, a three straight on from Johnny. No. Weak side rebound goes out of bounds off of Chicago State's Carlo Marble. So Marble had the ball ricochet out of bounds off him, and we've got another timeout. Aggies have the ball in front court. 20 on the shot clock, 9:40 to go in the game. Terrell Brown in the right corner for Williams. Out on top it goes to Jabari Rice. Rice puts it on the floor, gets around the screen from McNair. Has the ball knocked away, and then a pile up. And foul called on Xavier Johnson. And on Johnson, that's 4. So Johnson now has 4 fouls. Also in foul trouble, Reinjured Jones with 3 for the Cougars, and Hunt with 3. Team foul number 7 on the Cougars, and Jabari Rice, a 1-1. Jabari, 80% at the stripe this year. And his first is good. I was going to say he hasn't missed one, but I wanted to let him make that first one before I said
right,
that.
Don't jinx him.
He earned the bonus, and the Aggies are ahead 68-42. Aggie women won tonight. They defeated Chicago State 73-60, and UTRGV beat Kansas City 76-64. And second free throw good for Jabari. Rice now with 14 points, and Trevelyan Queen comes back on for New Mexico State. 69-42 Aggies lead, 9:33 left in this game. Terrell Brown waits for Xavier Johnson to bring the ball up court. Johnson playing with 4 fouls, but he is the main cog in their drive shaft, so they're going to leave him out there, at least for a while. Lewis left of the lane for Johnson. Bounce pass back out on top for Davis. Davis picks up his dribble. Now feeds back to Johnson. Shot clock at 10. Michael Johnson goes left of the lane with a pass to Lewis. Drives on McNair. Shoots over McNair. Scores. And McNair kind of bear paws him to the deck. McNair's going to pick up his 4th foul. And
that never feels good. That when you fall right on your tailbone like that. And we saw it for a couple of days. Well, he might not be because I don't know how old he is. Probably 19, 20 years old. He recovered pretty fast, but it definitely does not feel good.
Andrew Lewis may be feeling that on the plane ride down to Texas tomorrow. He's up trying to shake it off. And so McNair now has 4 fouls, and Andrew Lewis will be at the free throw line for 1 throw as he made his basket. Lewis now with 9 points. Bobbitt comes on for McNair. And 1 free throw for Andrew Lewis. Lewis came in from Highland Community College, the same junior college that produced Trevor Lawrence. You remember him?
Yes, I do.
The roster rebounder.
Right.
Young man from Port Antonio, Jamaica. Lewis's free throw is good. Last we heard, I heard from Trevor, he was living in Las Vegas.
He is in Las Vegas.
One of the nicest young men we've ever had played Aggie basketball.
Very nice. Very nice guy.
69-45 Aggies lead. Queen in front court. Hands it off to Sean Williams. The left elbow now to Bobbitt. Bobbitt playing center in this configuration. Left the lane for Williams. 8:50 to go in the game. Aggies leading 69-45. Queen head of the circle. Bobbitt. Bobbitt at 3 straight on. Good. C.J. Bobbitt with 7. That's his first 3 of the night. And the Aggies have lengthened their lead to 27. In front court for the Cougars, B.G. Ramwami. Feeds to Lewis. Now back to Xavier Johnson. Johnson around his screen. An illegal screen by Davis as Davis is called for the foul. And that will be the 8th team foul on Chicago State. Second on Davis. And now the Cougars bring on Jones, Hunt, and Amir Galazadeh comes back on. We haven't seen much of Galazadeh. He had played quite a bit before this game. Had 8 against Seattle, the Cougars' last WAC game. And Terrell Brown brings the Aggies in the front court. Around the screen from Williams, back to Sean. Sean Williams fakes a drive, now puts it on the floor. Left the lane for Terrell Brown. Back to Bobbitt. Another 3 from Bobbitt from the left side, not good. Rebound tipped at and goes out of bounds off the Aggies. And so Chicago State will bring it back with 8:11 left in this game. A reminder, the game Saturday is a 4 o'clock start. We'll be on the air at 3:30. Tip-off right after 4 for the Aggies in Kansas City. Kansas City defeated tonight by UTRGV. Davis out on top for Hunt. Right lane now to Johnson. Johnson around a Hunt screen. Puts up a 10-footer. Not good. Rebound cleared by Queen. Queen ahead now for Terrell Brown. Aggies come back with 7:47 left in this first half. Johnny McCants has the ball left of the lane. Now a whistle off the ball. And a foul called on, once again, on Keyshawn Davis. 72-45 Aggies lead, and C.J. Terrell Brown. Bobbitt went to the free throw line to try to sneak in, but he's shooed away by official Wilson Holland. And Terrell Brown will shoot a 1-and-1. Terrell, coming off a double-figure performance against California Baptist, makes his first free throw. He had 11 points and 4 rebounds. And tonight, Terrell with now 9 points and 1 more free throw. 7 points and 8 as he makes this throw. And Evan Gilliard comes back on for Terrell Brown. I would say that we've had 2 consecutive games from Terrell where he's moving as if he feels, well, certainly as comfortable as he's looked all year.
No, he definitely seems to be getting back comfortable, healthy, into a rhythm that, missing the preseason and stuff like that probably threw him off, but that's good to see him.
As the Cougars bring the ball in the front court, a foul called against Evan Gilliard. That's his second. 7th team foul on the Aggies as NMSU up 74-45. Aggies were razor sharp in the first half. Had kind of a slow start to the second half and have gotten their edge back over the last couple of minutes. And now at the free throw line, Solomon Hunt for the Cougars, a 50% free throw shooter. And Hunt's throw is good.
Oh, man.
Got a different kind of form, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely was. It looks kind of like a Joakim Noah.
Not unlike that. Hunt coming off a game where he had 4 rebounds and 4 points and 7 rebounds against Seattle, makes his second free throw. And 74-47, we've got a flip-flop scoreboard. The Aggies are up 7-4 to 4-7. And Gilliard in front court to Queen. Queen to Bobbitt as the Aggies run a weave outside. Now to Gilliard. Gilliard takes it left of the lane, and as he moves, there's a foul as game is bogging down now with continuous fouls. Foul called on Hunt. And that's his fourth foul. 4 fouls on Hunt, 4 fouls on Johnson for Chicago State. Devin Gilliard will get 2 free throws as the Cougars have 10 team fouls. Gilliard's first attempt is not good. Evan, 67% at the free throw line this year. Has a 2-to-1 assist ratio. He's only played 3 or 4 games, so it's not a large sample, but still, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. But yes, How many tonight? 4? 4 assists? No turnovers?
Second free throw good for Gilliard.
Yep.
Right you are, Justin Hawkins. So he's even higher than 2-1 as far as assist to turnover. He made the second free throw, 75-47 Aggies in front court. Hunt right of the lane, the ball goes to Reinjured Jones. Jones dribbling against Williams, feeds left to the lane for Xavier Johnson. Baseline left, Hunt moves on Johnny. Now back to Xavier for the right side. Three-point shot rattles out. Cleared down low by Davis, puts it up over McCants. And a traveling violation. And so the Cougars turn it back over to New Mexico State. Aggie women a winner. They won at Chicago State. They travel on to Kansas City for a Saturday game. UTRGV defeated Kansas City's men's team, Kansas City's men's squad, in here for a 4 o'clock game on Saturday. Gilliard up high on the left side for Queen. Back to Gilliard. Lob inside for Queen. Misses the junk, but he's fouled and bonks his head on the upright. He's okay. They tried the alley-oop lob. It was denied by Hunt, and that's it for Solomon Hunt. So Solomon Hunt fouls out with 6:45 left in the game, and Hunt leaves with 9 points. And Lance Irvin will bring Carlo Marble back on. Irvin politics one last time with official James Skipper. Skipper's not changing his mind on the call, and so 2 free throws for Trevelyan Queen. Trevelyan 16 points this evening. First throw is not good, a rare miss. Trevelyan now 4 of 5 at the free throw line. And one more attempt. Queen from Glen Burnie, Maryland. And nationally ranked in 5 different NCAA national categories. Makes his second free throw. And the Aggies are up 76-47. 6:41 to go in this game. Across the timeline comes Xavier Johnson. Picked up by Gilliard. Feed in the middle. Stolen by McCants. McCants the breakaway. Lead pass for Gilliard. Gilliard off to Johnny. Here's Johnny! 7 points for McCants. 78-47 Aggies. Out in front, Marble for the Cougars. Now back to Reinjured Jones. Left of the lane to Galazadeh. Stops at the free throw line. Feeds in the middle to Davis. Davis, a jumper from the left side, not good. Rebound cleared by Gilliard. 6:06 to go in the game. Aggies up 78-47. Gilliard takes the ball to the free throw line. Loses the ball. Picked up by Johnny. Right lane to Queen. Queen goes back to his left. Now back to his right. Puts up a 3 off the back iron. Rebound cleared by Jones, and Chicago State will bring it back. Jones sticks his mouth guard out as he drives into front court. And a foul called as Gilliard chasing the man defensively. Apparently was too aggressive. And Evan picks up the foul.
That steal by Johnny was the 11th. I wonder what the record for steals is.
In a game?
Yeah. And 11 is a lot.
That is. Why don't you ask, well, Charlie's working. We'll try to run that down. Eagle Eye Hawk. Eye of the Hawk, we'll say. Single in-game highs. 15 against Northern New Mexico, so that's, we were talking about steals, right?
Right.
So the Aggies had 15 against Northern New Mexico. First free throw attempt not good from Jones. Recovered by McCanson. Back comes Buchanan. Buchanan drives right of the lane against Johnson. Left of the lane, he skip past to Gilliard. His 3 is good. Evan Gilliard let the ball might be short, but it goes down. Gilliard was 6. 81-47 Aggies. 5:24 left in this game. Johnson for Chicago State up high on the right side. Gets the ball to Jones. Jones stays beyond the three-point arc, gets a screen, drives past Williams. Now feeds the ball to Johnson. Johnson skip past left the lane for Galazadeh. Drives baseline, comes underneath, feeds right of the lane to Johnson. His 3 is an air ball cleared by Bobbitt. Ahead to Gilliard. Aggies come back. Aggies up 81-47. Gilliard right of the lane. Now backs up against Jones. 4:54 to go in the contest. Gilliard puts up for a 16-footer short. Rebound fumbled by Galazadeh. Recovered by Buchanan. Off to McNair. McNair loses the ball out of bounds. Aggies some good passing, but McNair just could not get the ball under control.
He was too excited for that one. He was ready to slam that one home.
Got to catch it before you can dunk it.
All right.
William, a redshirt freshman. Improving game to game, really. Galazade out on top for Johnson. Right lane to Jones. Back to Galazade. Aggies have gone to his zone.
It looks like a 3-2.
Right of the lane, Jones shoots over the zone. Short, long rebound comes out to Buchanan. And Buchanan brings the Aggies into front court. 4:20 to go in this game. Aggies up 81-47. Buchanan left of the lane for Bobbitt. Off to Buchanan. Drives to the free throw line. Stops in the paint. Dishes it back to Bobbitt. Bobbitt's three in the air. No. Rebound comes out to Galazade. 4:06 to go in this game. Aggies a commanding lead of 81-47 over Chicago State. Left of the lane, the ball goes to Jones. Back in the middle, Johnson. Right of the lane to Galazade over the Aggies Z game. Short. Rebound cleared by Marble. Puts up a 10-footer. No. Rebound cleared by Gilliard. So the Aggies zone, very effective the last two times Chicago State's come down. Guy drives in the paint. Going to take it all the way. Loses the ball. Stolen by Marble. Marble brings it back. Left of the lane now to Johnson. Chris Jantz chases Gilliard, yelling at him as layup good down low by Chicago State. 81-49 Aggies. Basket scored by Galazade, and that's his first points of the game. 3-point shot good from Sean Williams. Williams now with 3 threes, and we've got a timeout on the court. 3:18 left in this game. Bryce Rewald is on the court now, along with Tennessee Owens. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Back in 10 seconds on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Number 32, Bryce Rewald.
Tennessee Owens and Bryce Rewald on the court now for the Aggies. 3:12 to go in the game. Aggies up 84-49. Marble to Galazade out in front now to B.G. Rumwami. As the Cougars run a weave to Galazade right of the lane. Galazade a head fake. Needs to get rid of the ball. Bounce pass baseline right for Marble. Shot clock at 6. Now an offensive foul called on Chicago State. And it's Marble who picks up the foul. So Carlo Marble now with 2 fouls. And we hope to be talking with Trevel and Queen following this game. We'll ask for that. Buchanan in front court to Owens. Owens right of the lane. Owens feeds the ball to Buchanan. Buchanan stays right of the lane. Takes the free throw line now to Tennessee. Tennessee three from the left side. Tennessee for 3. Tennessee for 3. Aggies up 87-49. And so everyone, no, William McNair has not scored. Bryce Rewald has not scored for the Aggies. So 2 Aggies have not scored with 2:23 left in this game. Johnson feeds back to Marble. Marble stands at the midcourt line. Left of the lane now to Galazade. Galazade cut off by McNair. Feeds back to B.G. Rumwami. Now back outside to Galazade. Cougars kind of holding the control offense. Johnson, a 15-foot jumper, not good. Rebound cleared inside and fed back outside to Galazade. 2 minutes to go in this game. Now the ball goes back outside to Michael Johnson. Aggies back in a man-to-man. Johnson working on Tennessee Owens. Takes the ball left of the lane. Feeds back out to Johnson. And Johnson was not good. Were they in a man or zone that time, Hawk? Frankly, I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell either. I think they might have. I think they were in man, but just kind of got,
Yeah, just kind of taking it easy.
Right.
Foul called on Shun Buchanan. That's his fourth. Buchanan has 4, McNair 4, but it's hardly critical as there's 1:45 left in the game and the Aggies are leading 87-49. Michael Johnson will shoot 3 free throws. Johnson makes his first. He's now scored 8 points in WAC play. His big game came against Purdue Northwest this year when he had 9. 87-50 Aggies on top. And 2 more from Michael Johnson. Number 2 is good. These are Johnson's first points in the game. 1:45 left in the contest. Aggies likely to be 2-0 in league play. Aggie women 2-0. They beat Chicago State tonight in the Windy City. Next throw good, so Johnson gets the hat trick. 3 of 3. And the Aggies lead is 87-52. Sean Buchanan to Williams, right lane to Owens. Owens brings it back outside. Owens goes to his left, feeds the ball to Sean Williams. Right lane now to Shun. To Owens again for three. Tennessee, another three. Tennessee for three, 87-52 Aggies. 1:20 left in this basketball game. Michael Johnson in the front court. Hands it off to Marble. Marble left of the lane to B.G. Rumwami. Back now to Johnson. Back to B.G. Rumwami. Baseline left. Moves on McNair. Loses the ball. Stolen by Buchanan. Shun brings him back. Looks for Rewalt. Left of the lane. Rewalt's three. Yes! Bryce Rewalt with three more. Everyone but McNair has scored for the Aggies. 49 seconds left. 93-52 Aggies.
They let it fly, don't they, Jack?
Yeah.
Tennessee and Bryce, they get it and let it go.
They're allergic to leather. Down the lane, Johnson hits another basket, and he's fouled by Tennessee. And so Johnson has scored 5 points here in the final minute. He'll get one free throw. So Tennessee picks up his first foul. It's official. James Skipper wants the Aggie bench to sit down.
Right, they've been going crazy over here.
Well, 38 seconds left in this game. And Michael Johnson with one throw. And it is not good. Rebound cleared by McNair. Ahead for Rewalt. Aggies will have to take a shot as there's more time left in the shot clock. There's a separation of 8 seconds. Sean Williams up high on the right side. Williams back to tennis to Rewalt, now to Shun Buchanan. Buchanan, right of the lane, Rewalt, puts on the floor, comes in the paint, loses the ball, stolen by the Cougars.
That's not really his game. You got catch and shoot.
Johnson drives on Owens, down the lane, jumper not good, rebound cleared by Buchanan. 6 seconds left. Buchanan brings the Aggies back. Aggies will dribble it out. Shun just dribbles in one spot. We're done here. Aggies defeat Chicago State 93-54 tonight here in the Pan Am Center to go to 2-0 in conference play. The Blue Cross Blue Shield postgame show is next. Now this on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.